Good morning, everybody. So you have a few more people joining us now. We have severe thunderstorms entering the area. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now for almost all of Butler County and northwestern Warren County. Then that would be for this cell right here, Middletown. You're getting a heavy thunderstorm right now, probably some very strong winds and some hail. Then we have the southern portion of the line, severe thunderstorm warning for far eastern Ripley, northern Ohio County, southern Dearborn County, northern Boone Campbell County, southern Hamilton County, under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. And that's for this portion right here. Moving through Sparta and Manchester right now. Movement on these is very quick, so they're moving in and out about 55 miles per hour. So these things are hauling it eastward. But so there'll be a quick hit in and out, lots of lightning, lots of thunder, heavy rain, hail, possibly, nickel size, quarter size, winds 50, 60 miles per hour are all potential hazards with this. Kind of give you a wider look here. If you're north, say up towards Dayton, Tip City, Troy, that's out of our coverage area, but that's where the air mass is a little bit more stable, so they're not seeing as much of the way of severe thunderstorms up there. The warm front's essentially right through the area right now, so that's keeping a lot of the unstable air, down here. And relatively unstable. It is very early in the day. Haven't had any really heating or anything like that. We are having some radar issues, and it's not on my end. It's on either the radar provider that I have, their feed, or the weather. I believe it's the Weather Service feed. They're having some issues. Wilmington, that's the site I'm on right here, right now is actually working just fine. Some of the radar sites, though, to our west, like I'll try to pull up Evansville, and I think it's still running. You can see running behind there. Its last update was at 5 o'clock, so almost an hour ago. So there's something going on there. Great day for that to happen, right? So hopefully they get that issue resolved quickly. But Wilmington seems to be working. That's good news. Again, if you're just now joining us, we have a quick hitting band of strong to severe thunderstorms entering the Cincinnati area right now. Butler County, western Warren County, areas around Dayton. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. That'll be for this area right here. Hail up to 1 inch in diameter and winds up to 60 miles per hour are possible. There have been actually some reports of some damage out in Franklin County from that storm. And then further south, towards the metro, we have this storm, which is also severe, has prompted a severe thunderstorm warning for this area. These polygons, that's how they issue warnings. Now, if you remember back in the day, they issued warnings based on county. So like all of Hamilton County would go under a warning at once. Now, with better technology, they're able to do little sections of counties to narrow down the area that would be impacted. So right now, this warning just covers southern Dearborn County, northern Ohio County, northern Boone Campbell County, southern Hamilton County. And that is for winds of 60 miles per hour or hail up to 1 inch in diameter. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm seeing we have a few more people joining us. Mother Nature, if you're just now waking, Mother Nature is giving us a little bit of an alarm clock here with a couple warnings out and thunder and lightning coming through. Current time right now, it is 5:50 in the morning. We are tracking 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in the immediate Cincinnati area right now. That would be for Butler County, essentially all of Butler County, and then western Warren County. And then the cell further south here covers Dearborn, northern Kenton, Boone, Kenton, Campbell, southern Hamilton County, northern Ohio County as well. And I'm wondering if they're actually going to issue a warning here on the northern side, because this cell, or this portion of it near Harrison, is starting to get a little bit more intense. So there's no warning here for southern Butler and northern Hamilton, but I have a feeling they're probably going to be issuing one for us shortly based on radar trends, and this seems to be ticking up in intensity. Let's take a look at velocity data. This will be a measure of the wind potential with any sort of a storm. So you can see this one up here looks to be gusting out and weakening. There might be actually a pretty good shelf cloud moving through. Probably a little bit hard to see since it is dark, but you can kind of see there's the gust front on this one. It's starting to gust out a little bit. So that one's weakening for the time being. Further south, though, we still have a nice little ball of wind here heading into southern Dearborn, southeastern Dearborn County, Ohio County, into Boone County at this moment, and also southwestern Hamilton County. Still watching to see if they're going to possibly issue a warning to fill in the gap here. We'll see on that, I suppose. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of day, everybody. You know, we're going to be having probably multiple waves of severe thunderstorms impacting the area. This is one of probably 2 or 3 more to go. So it's going to be a long day, but we'll get through it. We'll be all right. Just, you know, have your safety plan as needed. You know, have your way to receive warnings. Mobile apps. You know, I put some of those in the Facebook group this morning. You know, it's the Ohio Valley in April. We get severe weather. Is today a bit, you know, more enhanced than usual for sure. We've got pretty high level risk today across the area. But you know, we'll just take each storm one at a time, and we'll get through it and get this behind us. Still have this line here that we're dealing with. It's not unusually strong at the moment. It's pretty much your typical band of strong to severe thunderstorms. It's kind of right on the edge. Nothing too crazy with it. Let's see if we can pull up some model data here for later today. Okay, let me get these warnings off of here, and we'll go through some model data real quick to get that addressed, because later is still looking like, you know, a potentially significant severe weather episode that we'll be dealing with. So the warm front, we'll start with that. Warm front's essentially right through here right now, just to the north of Cincinnati. Separating the, you know, cooler, more stable air to the north from the warmer, more unstable, more humid air to the south. So that's kind of where we're standing right now. Warm front is essentially just to the north of Cincinnati. That's going to make some, you know, it's right there. It's going to kind of make slow progression northward today. Where it stalls out is to be determined. We're not quite sure on that yet. Probably I-70, maybe north of I-70, somewhere in here. And that'll allow most of this whole tri-state area to become possibly very unstable. Lots of warm, moist air. So that's temps. Let's go over to dew points. Similar situation here. Your 60-degree dew point line is right here. So again, kind of shows you where the warm front is. Warm, moist south, drier air relative north. Um, so that is kind of where we stand at, from a nowcast standpoint. And here's, I'm going to bring up the future radar for later. I know we have storms going on in the area right now. In fact, I'll just double check on those real quick to see what we've got going on here. Let's see if they've issued any more warnings. I'm just going to leave the warnings popped up on top of the model data. Might look a little goofy, but we'll just go with that. Again, severe thunderstorm warning. This one up to the north here is at least this portion of it, right through here, is starting to weaken. It's picking up a little bit more towards the Dayton area. Probably some hail up there in Montgomery County right now. That is outside of my coverage area, but I figured I'd touch on that. So this portion over here is weakening a bit. This portion is strengthening a bit. The portion, and let me get a different color there, entering Hamilton County is strengthening a bit. So I'm wondering if we'll see maybe another warning issued for that one, maybe to include more of Hamilton County. That's quite possible. We'll see that happen. I'll leave the warnings up as I do model data, just so we'll have a live stream of that. But let's go ahead and go to models. So we've got to talk about later, because later is going to get a little gnarly, possibly here. Again, so there's your dew points. You can see how they're going to, okay, I got to get go back one run here. There we go. See how the 60 degree dew points is in the blue, 60 plus. That's the kind of the 60 is the good baseline there for severe weather, 60 plus. So you can see we see a lot of moisture developing across the area. This would be 2 p.m. We have 60s, 70 dew points starting to show up. Getting a wind damage report here from Brookville. 911 call center was the source on this. Several trees down along US 52. I think I saw a similar report out there. Power lines down as well. That probably wouldn't surprise me if there's trees involved as well. And that was from the storm going through Butler County right now. Back to the modeling, though, you can see we become very moist, very unstable later today. Let's turn on the future radar here. So this is kind of what's going through right now. And the model actually not doing a bad job. So this is maybe a little bit slow, but it's not doing a terrible job here. And then we get through, so this is 9 a.m. We're starting to see the tail end of this come through. Then we get a break. We don't want a break. A break is not good for this. A break means we become a better chance of becoming unstable. This is 10 a.m., 11, 12, there's nothing going on. 1, 2, this is when we start to, this is when things could get interesting. We start to see discrete development in the form of possible supercells across the area. Several supercells, in fact, are possible. This will be 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this particular, so what could happen here is we have this first round. It comes through this morning, so that's this morning. That clears the area. This is by 10 a.m. That's the timing I was kind of going with in my post earlier. And that clears the area. So we've got a few hour break, become unstable. We start to see supercells pop in Kentucky. And then we start to see some pop in southern Indiana. And those traverse the area. And by the time 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock rolls around, this model is actually showing the line having not a whole lot of a kick to it. That's kind of typical in this situation when you get the atmosphere worked over from earlier thunderstorms. That you see the last portion of a severe weather event maybe not be as strong. So that is possible. Again, so it's this time frame in here. It's about noon through, I think about noon through 4, noon through 5 is where I'm worried about the potential for tornadic supercells across the area. Pull up another CAM model here. This would be the NAM. Just let it load up here. Cool. Again, it's similar, has the line coming through about 10. Get a break. This will be 2 o'clock. Again, this one is a little bit more impressive with the line versus anything ahead of it. So we have model differences that remain, and just exactly how this is going to pan out. So we kind of got it's kind of a wait and see type deal here to see what happens this afternoon. We have, again, storms moving through right now. Paducah, it's under a bit of a tornado situation right now down that way. This line is that line that's going to kick through in a couple of hours. So you can see the radar skips around a little bit because there's been outages this morning. But this line is going to has quite a punch to it now, and it is racing east, maybe a bit northeast. So we'll have to watch that one for a couple hours from now to see what happens there. And then we, get a break for mid-afternoon, and we wait and see what happens. Going to be kind of one of those days. Again, all modes of severe weather are possible. Large hail, damaging winds, tornadoes. Some of those could be strong. We're under a 4 out of 5 risk. The 4 out of 5 risk is not really for right now. That's for more so this afternoon into this evening. That is when we have the moderate 4 out of 5 risk in place. Again, as I talked about on the website earlier, on the Facebook page earlier, a couple things could limit our threat later. If these storms wind up taking their time, we see a lot of lingering clouds and showers that last us through, early afternoon. We might be seeing a bit of a less unstable environment and less of a severe weather threat. Unfortunately, everything is moving very quickly, so I'm starting to lose that little glimmer of hope I had that we might be able to avoid any really rough action today. So I'm starting not to really think that that's even in the cards anymore because everything's moving so quickly. I think we're going to be in and out of here. This is the back edge of it here, and it is racing east-northeast. At about 55 miles per hour. So this is going about highway speed here. This stuff's going to be out in and out in this next few hours, and then it's watch and wait to see what develops. I am curious to see if I don't know, maybe portions of Kentucky also have a bit of a heightened risk because we have all this activity this morning that's sending out outflow boundaries. So I'm wondering, if there might be an enhanced area of tornado development just to the southeast of Cincinnati. Again, the whole area is under risk. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. There's all these little boundaries being pushed out by the storms this morning, and then these ones out here. These boundaries get kind of left behind, can be focal points for additional thunderstorms later. So this whole tri-state area, that's where the moderate risk is, something like that. In fact, I'll pull that up for you now, the severe weather risk area, to show you just exactly what we're dealing with here. You've seen this probably already. If not, we'll get you shown up here. Here's where we stand today. Level 4 out of 5 is for that area in red. Very high risk for this region. We do see them occasionally, maybe once a year, twice a year, on average. Some years we don't. So there's our 4 out of 5 risk. And again, that covers a lot of real estate here. Basically from E-Town, Louisville, Lexington, Cincinnati, Georgetown, Chile, Columbus, up towards Mansfield, Canton, and Parkersburg, Athens, Hocking Hills, Centerville, Circleville, Dayton, all in the area of maximum threat today. And again, I'm wondering if there might be a heightened area somewhere through here of tornado development later. Just something I'm watching. Again, it'll kind of depend on radar trends and everything and how everything kind of sets up. But that's kind of what we're dealing with there, guys. We'll be dealing with showers and thunderstorms, some severe this morning through about 10 a.m. Then it clears out. Probably see some filtered sunshine. And then basically 12 to, I'm doing a long time range here. It's not going to be this whole time, but for now we're going with a long, buffer zone of noon to 10 p.m., noon to 9 p.m., somewhere in there is when we'll be needing to be on guard for severe weather across the area. And that's when our level 4 out of 5 risk will take effect. There will probably be, everybody will probably be under a watch later. It will probably be a tornado watch. Just based on conditions that'll be in place. So there will be, I can pretty much guarantee there will be a tornado watch later. It might be a PDS tornado watch, which is a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch, maybe. Or we could just see the whole area blanket in a traditional tornado watch, but I can almost guarantee that will be the case later. And then severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings are likely as well underneath that. Again, 12 to 10, 12 to 8 is our best time frame there. Going to kind of see how this morning thunderstorm activity takes place and how it moves in and out, and where we kind of stand after that, and we'll get a bit of a better idea of how this afternoon and evening is going to play out. But for now, let's recap the radar real quick. Severe thunderstorm warnings have been canceled, it looks like, for everybody, so that's some good news. Everything has gone below severe limits. We still have this little squiggly line of thunderstorms, though, that is moving in east southeast across the area, and that's one of a few different rounds that's going to be in and out today. And we have this one now here, and then what we're watching, it's off the radar right now, but then we're watching the thunderstorms down here in southern Illinois. Those are a bit, would help if I moved out of the way here a little bit. The ones there over southern Illinois, those red flashing boxes are tornado warnings. So we're watching those. Those may stay to our south, though. Maybe more of a kind of this zone type situation for those. Maybe a little bit north of that, but something like that. So again, this is where we stand now. The back edge of the precip will be then right there. So we get all of this out of the way by 10 a.m., then we see how unstable the atmosphere can become before we see development again after the noon hour today. All modes of severe weather are possible later. Large hail damaging winds and tornadoes, possibly some intense long tracking tornadoes. Let's hope not, but let's prepare for that being a possibility, guys. It is certainly not out of the question today. Thanks for joining the Cincinnati Weather Center stream. Chief Forecaster wow, it's going to be a long day. Weather Forecaster Trevor Cole from the Cincinnati Weather Center. Thank you for the few of you that joined me this early in the morning. This is probably one of several streams I'm going to do today, but since things are quieting down for the time being, I'm going to get off of here, do some more private individual analysis here, and then have some more posts coming your way on the page. We'll be on live today probably a lot, especially this afternoon, and especially if we get tornado warnings coming through. But for now, guys, thanks again. Have a great morning. For those of you just joining us, I see a couple people popped in towards the end there. We have severe thunderstorm warnings that were in effect. They've been discontinued. They've been canceled. So we just have this kind of skinny, squiggly line of heavy showers and thunderstorms, some thunder, lightning, small hail, gusty winds coming through this city right now. But no warnings in effect. When I get back to some more data analysis and forecasting on the page, I'll catch up with you all there, and I'll have another live stream probably rolling in a few hours. All right, thanks a bunch, everybody. Have a great morning. See you.